I had to start it because I've been recording for an hour now. So.
Oh. Burn. All right. 3, 2, 1. Ooh.
Mine touched the tippy top.
Oh my goodness.
Touch the tips.
Never touch
All right,
tips.
The tips of your nips.
Let's just do this shit.
Nippity
Let's
nops.
do it.
Wait, I don't know what we're talking about. Hold on, let me get my shit together. Don't look at me like that. I can feel you staring at me
Fucking look at
through
me.
the radio waves.
I'm gonna stab you in the eyeballs.
Oh my god.
Because it's getting harder and harder to breathe.
What?
It's a legit situation.
I want to burp real bad, but it's just not working.
Punch yourself in the nuts.
What?
Never heard that advice, but I don't feel like Luke would lead me astray.
I mean,
Have I ever steered you wrong?
Speaking of may contain nuts.
what a segue, Grim.
This made me laugh real hard.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, to the CoGPod. This is episode 71. We're all here this week. Say what's up, guys.
What's
up, guys?
Like you're introducing a
guys?
circus.
I did get that impression.
No, it's because we saw the movie. What was that movie called? The P.T. Barnum and Bailey.
Greatest show.
The Greatest Show. We watched that when we were on vacation. And so it was like stuck in my mind. And then I re-listened to one of our old episodes where Luke was talking about the P.T. Barnum, like, our fake history episode that I listened to. And so I had circus on my brain. Can you stop messing with your beard long enough to do the podcast?
It looks like it's an extra, like, his hair is flipped upside down on his chin.
It's just mirrored.
Wait, look, do
Why
that
is-
thing where you look up,
What's that?
like lean your head all the way
Did you
back?
put blonde through the center, or is that gray?
No,
No.
it naturally does that.
It's just like a
That's-
skunk stripe.
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay, now lean your head all the way
I'm
back.
supposed to do this thing, right?
Right, yeah. Look how creepy that looks.
Does it look like a hairy penis?
Yeah, it does.
Wow.
It's like a very hairy penis. So, welcome everybody.
There you go. Enjoy that, everyone.
Intro was flawless. Luke and I were on vacation for like 10 days, so that's why we didn't have an episode last week. Grim is in a tank top like he's on vacation
I
right now.
am on vacation.
Sun's out, guns out. Whoop, whoop.
I'm in a house. I'm not outside.
It's just a backdrop all in front of it's like the beach and stuff.
Guys, keep it down.
Did you just come from the beach?
No.
Oh.
It was just like 80-something degrees out today.
He is just son of a beach.
Son of a beach. Son of beach.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then Nick is in Canada.
Yeah, it's always cold.
Still
though.
here.
Good observational skills, bro.
It's still cold for you guys, but it's warm for me. So, that's fine.
That's not...
How many Celsius is it up there?
All of them.
It's like 8 centigrades?
I really
All
don't know what
8.
it is. My phone's way
What
over
was it
there, so I
today?
can look it up.
It was like 75, 80 today.
75-ish.
Yeah.
Our AC went out again today. This freaking apartment complex has the world's oldest AC units.
Is it
So I
one
had
for
to come
everyone?
recharge it again. Yeah, we each have one, but they're like from the 70s or something.
Oh my god.
70s.
Is it central air or is it a unit?
It's an outside unit, but it has ductwork.
So it's central air, so it's not that old.
Yeah. No.
Oh, well, it's like the first one ever made.
He has certificate of
It's so
authenticity
bad.
and stuff like
It's
that.
just an apartment complex that's been around for a little
It's
while.
really
and,
old.
You know,
You can tell because the trees are like 1,000 feet tall.
That means
So
nothing.
1,000.
You are exaggerating so much this episode.
She's literally wrong.
Guys, Amanda's just drunk.
I'm not drunk. I'm just getting sick.
Punch drunk.
So that's why I sound a little weird because I have a lozenge in my mouth right now to keep me from coughing the entire time I'm talking.
She's been happy slapped by a jellyfish.
Excuse me?
Cough a lot. Wait, what did you call me?
I said you got happy slapped by a jellyfish.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
It means someone had to pee on you.
Tell them about us listening to Carl Pilkington the whole time on the drive home.
We listened to Carl Pilkington the whole time.
I don't know who that is.
How long was the drive?
It was like 10 hours.
10 hours of Carl. It was amazing.
The K-Man. Nick knows
his
who Carl
brain,
Pilkington is.
the way that his brain works is so amazing to me. Like, I could listen to him all day, every day.
If you've never seen or heard him, he was the producer for Ricky Gervais and Steve Merchant's XFM show.
I don't know what you're talking about still.
Do you know who Ricky Gervais is, the comedian?
I don't know people.
Oh, go
You
fuck
shut
yourself.
Well, and then eventually became like a kind of a... They were actually some of the first podcasters that got big. They were the number one podcast for
a
years.
long time.
I think like 3 or 4 years, the number one comedy podcast. And that was after they'd already had the XFM show for 2 or 3 years.
I thought this was a talk show.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
And it's amazing because they kind of discovered him. He was their producer for the radio show they had. And they got famous because he's the one who created The Office, originally the British version, and played the main character, the Michael Scott over there.
That's not as good.
David Brent.
No, it's not as good.
David Brent was his name. But so they got a radio show after that, and he was their producer, and they started talking to him more and more on the show and realized how unique he is, and kind of
that's a nice word.
Started featuring him, and then after the podcast, he just kind of blew up, and
he got his own show.
An Idiot Abroad.
Oh, it's so good. It is so good.
Yeah. But he had a book that he released called Happy Slapped by a Jellyfish.
Oh, we had a book?
Yeah.
Who wrote it for him?
He did. I've got it somewhere over there. It's in his accent. It's like, you can see, like, he says me a lot. Like, me ma. That's my...
You're still looking
Are you a goat?
That's my Manchester accent.
The Manchester accent is, like, so different. It's very specific.
Daphne Moon from Frasier.
Manchester.
She's from Manchester.
But anyway, so we listened to that the whole drive back, and
ramble.
It's amazing. Carl Pilkington is, like, amazing.
What?
I can't talk. I'm gonna die. I can't talk.
Sounded like you said carpal tunnel.
No.
Carpal tunnel is amazing.
Tunnel.
I'm getting pneumonia. I was like, we have to record today because I'm going to be deathly ill in the next 2 days. Carpal tunnel?
No. No, pneumonia. How'd you say it?
Pneumonia.
Oh, okay.
Pneumonia.
That sounded like you said ammonia. I was worried.
I
For
got
your
some
safety.
ammonia.
So do I. I have a whole jug of it. You want it?
Ew, why do you have it?
It's for
This ammonia
cleaning.
smells bad.
Nobody uses just straight ammonia for cleaning.
What are you talking about?
You cut it with pine
What are
salt.
you talking about?
You buy it straight. You don't like.
No.
Yes.
No.
Don't do that, kids.
Who?
Yeah, you do.
Who?
You do.
Who?
My grandma.
Yeah. 40 years,
You don't-
60 years
you don't
ago,
make mustard
when they
gas?
didn't have cleaners that were specific for your shower or your kitchen, where shit's already mixed together. This isn't 1920 where you got to pour the ingredients.
old
together.
Why? I use vinegar and everything to clean stuff too. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Nerp. No.
Just don't mix up what you're putting in your food. If you need vinegar, don't put ammonia.
Nick is dying, by the way,
He's
laughing
fucking
at this
losing
shit.
it.
No, he just can't
What's
handle
funny,
us right
Nick?
now.
Nick, focus on me.
He wants to end
The
this
problem
show.
is I am focusing on you two, and you're so fucking silly. It makes me laugh so hard.
Oh my god.
I apologize. It's the pneumonia setting in.
The ammonia's setting in.
The pneumonia setting
You've been
in.
sniffing that ammonia too much.
It gets like that sometimes if the cats are going to town in here.
Oh, I love you
It was
guys.
like that when we got back because our friend that was supposed to keep up with the cats while we were gone only changed the litter box one time in 10 days. That shit don't work.
He's like, yeah, I only had to do it once.
You're like, no, you didn't.
And I looked in here, I'm like, that shit is full.
It was full. It was like a block of sand.
Oh.
Just like a block of sand, solid.
It's like a bag of sand.
I'm dying.
A sandbag.
I
Speaking
know
of
what
dying.
you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
Speaking of dying, seamless segue.
Wow, so good.
Since our
died?
last podcast,
We're going to win an Emmy.
night court actor Harry Anderson died at 65.
Didn't we talk about that like 2
We
episodes
sure
ago?
did not. He died the next day.
Harry.
And then the next day after that, I made a joke in our chat. I was like, it rules of 3, who's next? And I was kidding, but then the next day Barbara Bush died. I was like, oops. But I wouldn't have guessed her anyway.
That was your fault.
And then right after that, like 2 days later, Vern Troyer died. I'm like, dang, that week was rough.
Guys, I actually have some news for you.
You're Vern Troyer.
No.
Oh, what is it?
Bill Cosby got charged.
Oh,
I
yeah.
did hear that.
Yes, he did.
But that's been
He
like...
wasn't charged?
No, he wasn't charged. He was found guilty.
Yeah, he was found guilty, but he paid his $1 million bail, so he's free for basically 90 days.
Okay.
Get all the raping in you can.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
Are you sure you didn't mean reaping?
Oh, God.
You rape what you sow.
Ugh,
Oh.
please.
Is that how it goes?
Yes.
Reap.
I can't even.
Dyslexia is a hell of a drug.
Excuse no.
I don't know what's happening anymore. I'm so concerned.
You should be. You're married to that.
I'm so concerned.
So yeah.
Great, thanks for that.
Oh,
That's
I
a whole
have more
bunch of good
news.
news right in a row.
I have more news. Facebook is
Okay.
releasing a dating app.
Oh, really?
I saw that today.
What?
Zuckerberg did not learn.
Okay, I need to ask a question.
Okay.
What is the Facebook hearing about, and does he have to be there?
Yes.
Why?
It's inappropriate
basically,
use
yeah.
of data.
And basically, they want to make sure that people can't get the data of like children under 16 because they can get it easily, even with their implications that like. But they want to make sure that you can not get that, and he's dodging that question even.
But it's a private site, and the terms of service cover all
But
this. So what's the?
Yep, but it's been hacked like 3 million times.
And it's also the problem that certain countries have laws that the privacy requirements violate. And
If you don't like the way the site works, don't use it.
I don't.
Well, this is exactly what I'm saying. If someone comes to you and says, you can use this, but you have to follow these rules, and you're like, yeah, okay. And then later on you're like, nah, I don't like the rules after all.
Yeah.
That ain't the first guy's fault.
That's not how
There
it works.
is an argument though that the policies were very non-transparent, and that
It's
they
like
changed
that.
the
Okay.
privacy policy so often.
It's like that episode of South Park
Mhm.
where he doesn't read the terms and conditions
Yeah, it's a human
and ends up
centipede.
being a human centipede because of it. That's what that.
Yeah.
Who reads that shit?
Well,
I
yeah,
didn't read it.
That's
Did
what's
you read
happening
it?
with YouTube.
I didn't read it.
Well, whoever reads like Apple's terms of service, I mean, come on. And that's the problem is nowadays you need like a fucking advanced law degree to read them and understand
Honestly,
them because they're not 130 pages long or something. And
it's like that episode of. I'm just gonna say that all day. It's like that episode of Parks and Rec with Grizzle. Like their terms and conditions were like this, and it was buried in there.
yeah,
You couldn't
that was the
find it.
argument he used. Also, you shouldn't have to have an advanced law degree to.
Mhm.
From what I've watched of this, it's just Mark Zuckerberg Zuckerberg
Mark Zuckerberg.
telling old people how the internet works.
Yeah, kind of.
It's like
yeah.
he is explaining to everyone's grandparents what the internet
Yeah.
is. Like that's all I'm getting out of this.
Well, the thing is, like, on the internet, anybody can get your shit from any site and Google and everywhere anyway, so what difference does it even make? Your shit's out there. Just give it up.
People get upset.
I don't get upset. I get better ads. They're like for stuff that I might actually want. I get coupons for stuff I might actually want. Use all my info you want to.
I completely agree with that.
I don't have anything to hide.
Yeah.
What are they going to see? What's the worst thing they're going to see? The type of porn you watch? That's it.
I'm just annoyed
It's
that
gay.
Facebook is like integrated into everything. Like you have to have it to
You don't have to.
do a bunch of things. Like for logins and stuff, for games, some like mobile games and things, you have to.
Well, then you don't play that game if you don't want to.
It's dumb. Like if you want to like have a backup, there's no other way. Like that's the only way that they'll
Farmville's like that.
back up your account. Yeah.
Because to be in our co-op, you have to have it linked to your Facebook so we can see your picture or we boot you.
That's the
people
choice of the
steal.
developer, not the... Like, Facebook
It
didn't
is,
force these people to
but
do this.
that's also because Facebook made the API really friendly and easy to use.
Well, fuck them then for doing that kind of thing.
Fuck you for making a great product.
Making something that's easy to use? Well, you go to fucking hell.
Yeah. Because the terms are that you have to use their stuff, but we get all your data. So
my data's pretty worthless.
They made it very, well, not to some people.
If he gets funding from the government, then they can control him. If he doesn't, then I tell them to leave him alone.
I agree. How did we start talking about that?
It's Grimm's fault.
I blame Grimm.
I mean, it was my fault.
Yeah.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I actually have news for once.
What are they gonna call it? Fender?
Huh?
Like Facebook Tinder? Fender?
Oh, that's cute.
Flender?
No, that sounds dirtier.
Toby Flenderson?
For some reason, that sounds dirtier.
I wonder if there's any dark web dating sites.
Of course there are, you nut job.
That's called selling people.
There's a lot of that.
Yes.
Yeah. How much for the little girl?
Wow.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This
is why nobody has sponsored us yet.
That was from Blues Brothers. Come on,
We're going to get sponsored by the dark web dating sites.
The Onion.
Brought to you by
hackjob.com.
Oh.
Why buy a whole person when you can buy it pieces at a time?
Oh, God.
Sounds pretty good, actually. I might do that.
Legit.
Do you want a toe? I can get you a toe, dude.
Just don't ask too many questions, all right?
What the hell is a CoGPod? What? I don't even know what that is. Stupid CoGPod.
Okay, y'all ready to answer some questions? Because we have like thousands, and I've tried to narrow it down a bit, but I'm just going to get through some.
There's a lot of video games.
No.
Yeah, there's a lot. I'm going to go with the game questions this time, actually. So that y'all can talk about video games for once.
Video games?
I know. What is that about? Isn't that what this podcast was supposed to be about? Okay. First one. What is the absolutely worst game you've ever played, but then you completed it anyway? Like, you've played to completion. The worst one.
I don't even know.
Let me think.
I usually give up immediately, so...
Yeah, if it's really bad, I don't think I...
Did you finish Kid Icarus?
Probably when I was like 8.
That's pretty bad.
It was a Nintendo game.
Yeah, because you didn't have anything else to do.
I just give up. That's my answer. I just give up.
Man,
that's why I don't beat video games, must be.
But you still platinum to the game that you hated.
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
That's grim.
He's talking to you, I guess.
Yeah, that's grim. That is grim.
But again, I didn't beat that game. We always talk about this. I got the plat, but I didn't beat it.
That's as close to beating it as you can
Okay, that
get.
is really weird that they didn't have a trophy for, like, actually...
Getting to the center?
Story. Yeah. You'd think that would be a trophy, right? Yeah.
Well.
But no, I don't think I've ever beat a game that I thought was bad.
I don't think I have either, actually. Like, I just wouldn't play it if it was terrible.
Yeah.
I'd probably just rage
sorry.
quit or, like, delete it.
That's a good game.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, sorry, sucker. Kick him back down a ramp to the beginning.
What?
Sorry, the board game. Jesus.
She's not old enough to know what that is.
I didn't play Sorry very much. We played a lot of Risk, and like Monopoly, but we didn't play Sorry.
God, 4-hour
Sorry.
games.
Okay, next question. Like from Reddit for once.
Whoa.
From Reddit?
From Reddit.
We have one of those.
PC Master Race or console gamer?
Oh, it's from Morpheus. He just did it for fun.
He just put some
and he
like Easter eggs he hides for us around the internet.
He like addressed me as
he
Jesus.
Is an Easter egg.
How do you know he's addressing you as Jesus?
Because it's me. It says Jesus. PC Master Race or console gamer?
Because it's me. I don't know what that means.
PC.
Well, if I have the choice, PC.
I don't know. It really depends.
Yeah. The only games I play on console are ones that are pretty much exclusive to console.
Depends on the
Because
situation.
you have no choice in those cases.
Yeah. For multiplayer games, definitely console. Well, local multiplayer games.
It's a lot
Mario
easier
Kart.
local because messing around with a controller and your keyboard and two people sitting at your monitor
Yeah.
is just a pain in the ass.
Yeah, like Mario Kart
It's doable,
or Smash
but
Bros.
it's a pain in the ass.
I agree.
I guess those are all Nintendo games, so you don't have a choice. They're all console.
That's the thing.
Yeah. So, once again, console exclusive.
But PC Master Race otherwise, everybody.
Yeah. The only games I have that are on console that are also on PC are ones that I specifically got to play with people that played on console, like Destiny Group.
Yeah.
Like Division, I got on console because there were a bunch of people from the Destiny Group that were playing it, and they play on console. So, but that's other than that.
Losers, get a PC.
Exactly.
Okay, next
I
question.
feel like we've answered that before.
Also about
Morpheus.
gaming. Dragon's Cask Entertainment wants to know what classic video games that you regret missing out on when they first came out.
Oh.
Classic that you missed out on that you regret missing out on.
No regrets.
Regrets.
Clock Tower.
What's that?
That's a good answer.
What is that?
That's a video game.
I know. God, I hate you.
Someone with scissors chases you.
That's not true.
Yeah,
Is that
no, it's
true?
very
Sorry.
true.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Weird.
Parasite Eve for me. I never played it, and I heard it was really good.
I own it and I've never played it.
Oh, well, that's extra weird. It can't be that good then.
No, I bought like 100 games from someone and most of them are still in the box.
Oh, well, I've heard that's really good.
What did I miss out on?
I'd say for me, it was probably it's that PS3 one that everybody fucking loves that just came out with the remaster that they're making a second one of. Jesus Christ. I just
I
feel
can't
blank.
read your brain, so I
I
don't know
know.
what you're trying to say.
It's like supposed to be one of the best games ever. It has one of the best stories. Come back to me. I can't remember.
Nick's Googling it.
This is
I know, I'm just
quality. Quality radio we got going on right here. I don't know.
I wasn't really much of a video game player, honestly, like classic video game, older day video game player, so I wouldn't really have anything I regret.
Half-Life was one.
Oh.
Not the one I was thinking of.
I was
but
like,
that's
what's
another
happening right now?
one. No, that's another one.
I thought you had a migraine with that look on your face.
No, that was before I started playing PC games. I didn't have a PC for years and years, and Half-Life is one that I've never actually gone back
But
to
you
play.
have it,
I
right?
own it. I
Yeah.
own like every expansion in Half-Life 2 and all of those.
Have you not played
Is
any
that
of them?
the game?
No, never played any of them.
Nick, is that the
Mhm.
game that your cake is from? The one that you just posted? on Facebook?
Portal is.
Portal.
Yeah.
Did you play
That's a
Portal?
lie.
Yes, I did
You
play.
did.
I did play Portal and Portal 2.
The cake,
Yeah, the
The
cake
is
cake
a
is
lie.
a lie.
That's right.
I know. I never played it, but I know the
Portal
name.
is amazing.
It's a good game.
They're all Valve games, so you were close.
Mm.
Or maybe by the same people.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
People.
People.
Maybe you spent too much time in Kansas the last month.
It's
Maybe about
worse
same
down
people.
here. What are you
no,
talking
it's
about?
not. They were super country.
You go to the country here and tell me they don't sound worse. Mm-hmm.
Can you even
Mm.
understand them?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're pretty country.
It was fine.
But it made me feel comfortable because I'm actually pretty country.
Damn it, what was the game? It was like survival. There was a dude. There was like an older guy and a young girl. And they were trying to survive. And there was like zombies. And it was like supposed to be one of the best games ever.
Resident Evil?
And I never... No, God.
Last of Us.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
That. Last of
They're
Us.
making
I never
a
played
second
Last of
one.
Us. Yeah, exactly. That's how I described it. They were making a second one.
He never said that.
Come
There's
on.
no proof.
Oh
Come
my
on,
God.
Graham. You're supposed to read
There
his
is a
mind.
recording. There's a recording of that. Yeah, so I never did play it, and now at this point, it's almost like, no, I can't.
You should play it because you won't know
I've
what the
denied.
fuck's going on in the second one.
Yeah, because I'm gonna play the second one if I didn't play the first.
I've heard they're not
I don't know if
actually
they're related.
zombies, though, either.
Whatever they
They're
are.
plants.
See, obviously I haven't played it,
Plant
Gosh.
Man.
but yeah, people get real butthurt when I tell them I haven't played that game.
Yeah, they do.
They're,
Maybe
like,
they should go play
offended.
Mario.
Like, do you even game?
Or Sanic.
Oh, and then I saw Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer came out today or yesterday, right? The new one. And people going, they're squeeing all over this game.
Wow, that was a very weeaboo reaction that you just said.
Huge.
Well, I played the first one for like 2 hours and got bored.
Are you kidding me?
And quit.
When that game came out, we played it for like a year.
Yeah.
Wow.
See, it's another one that people get the same reaction about when I say I started it and just got bored. But I say the same thing about most open world games, like Skyrim.
But then when people don't play Horizon Zero Dawn, you're like, oh.
I know. See? What do you guys think?
You just I didn't care for Horizon, but I also didn't get that far.
Yeah.
The beginning sucks.
Yeah. It's tutorial area.
I hate tutorials. I just want to play the game.
It's a contained tutorial area, though, but it's large enough that you can go around and do stuff. But like the games that, like Skyrim and Oblivion and stuff, it's just like free roam, go wherever the fuck you want.
Right,
there's no direction at all. I want a little bit of guidance, and then you can break off and do whatever the fuck you want. But I don't know. I couldn't just ever get into any of the Elder Scrolls games at all. I tried 3, 4, and 5 so far. And I played like 6 hours of each, maybe, and that was about it.
Okay.
Which on those games is nothing.
No, that's true. That's like that's like you started.
It's like you get 2 levels or something in that amount of time. Morrowind was the worst though, because you had to like spend an hour and a half just punching something to try to be able to like use a sword. Like you're missing.
It's like super realistic games that take as much time to learn a skill in the game as it does in real life.
Yeah, you're like, I need 10,000 hours to learn how to wield this sword like I would in real life.
That reminds me, you guys, totally unrelated, but when we were on our vacation, we were in the hotel.
You learned a new skill?
No. You know how you flip through all the millions of cable channels?
Oh, yeah.
So we found this TV show that we love, and it's so bad, but it's so good. It's called Forged in Fire.
Is that porn? Oh, I love that show.
Yeah. It's like metal workers and shit, and I'm like entranced by it. They're like making a sword.
That's on the same channel that like the Junk Pickers is on.
Yeah. We watched a little bit of American Pickers, and then we also watched Forged in Fire, Knife or Death, which is like where these weirdos with these weird knives go through this course.
Rude.
Oh yeah, they have to make their knife.
Slicing and dicing. They can bring whatever knife they want.
That was a different one.
Okay.
That was the cutting competition one.
Yeah, it was a competition where they have to cut through like a million different things, and they were like the weirdest people, you guys. They look like serial killers. And I was like, you know what?
Not all of them. Not all of them did.
No. Yes, they did. I was like, you know who should enter? Nick.
Yeah.
Put on your plaid and grab a knife.
I was going to say, Nick, I think you would really
totally
like.
Enter.
He's Canadian. He can't.
He would. Oh.
It's against the law.
So you just run around and cut stuff on this show. That sounds easy.
Yeah, literally.
Well, that, and then the other one that was actually like, it's like a Chopped. You know, like Chopped, like the TV cooking show, but for blacksmithing, like knife.
Yeah, and it's really cool because the third round is always like a weapon from past times that was used. So they have to reinterpret it.
Replicate it.
Well, the 2 finalists actually leave, and they go to their own shops.
They get like 5 days to make one.
Yeah.
The one we watched, the guy went home, and his like whole place caught on fire, like an oil fire. His forge caught on fire. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Well, I hope he didn't win then.
No, he still turned like in a product, but it was like...
He didn't have time to temper it properly.
No,
and
it broke pretty easily. But it was actually
Couldn't he have just left it in there and then...
Well, it warped it. Is what
What's really cool too is they get like meat suits and attack them. It's like gelled human or animal bodies with like bone in them.
Or they just hang a pickup.
Yeah,
Luke was saying this is like the show where if Sniper like ever got really big into like building stuff, or if he had been a worker. Like a metal worker, then he like totally would be on this show.
Did you see his newest version of his ship's wheel, by the way?
Mm-mm.
It's pretty brilliant. He can spin it all around.
It's like an actual.
Makes so much stuff. It's weird. It's like crazy. I don't know how to do any of that stuff.
Yeah, I wish I had that.
Well, and the guy that his shop like caught on fire was from Liberty Hill, which is like 4 feet from where Sniper lives, basically.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's like it's out in the same country area.
Scorpion Town.
Central Texas.
Dang.
Scorpion Town.
Definitely.
Look, they keep them in the lights.
Scorpions died in that episode in that fire.
They cooked him and ate him.
You can take solace in that, Nick. Scorpions died.
He's okay with scorpions.
Oh,
that's a sidetrack, but it
They're
was
not
pretty cool.
bees.
Sorry.
I just got like thigh-high boots that I'll wear if I ever go to Texas.
That would be great. I would love to see
You'll
that.
fit right in downtown here.
Get your passport ready, and you can come stay with us. Okay, so this question comes from Photrox. Before I die. Says, so many games, so little time, it's a daily struggle. Discussion on playing certain games because viewership likes them? Can't necessarily play the games you want all the time for fear of losing viewers. So that's like a streamer's kind of question, and I don't stream, but my advice would be play what you want to play, screw your viewer count, because otherwise, what's the point?
Nick and Grim and Reed had a conversation about this the other day.
Yeah, and
this
it's
exact
I mean,
topic.
I can understand the need to play a certain game to get a number of viewers so that you can get affiliated and then play whatever you want, but I wouldn't do it because I'm not going to play something I don't want to play. But I mean, both mentalities make sense to me.
Well, why don't we ask the professional here?
Grim, you're the streamer.
Grim is our new affiliate.
Wow.
Twitch
Grim's
affiliate. Grim.
Oh, applause, everybody.
Stop.
Oh, that's messing up our thing.
Look at all these peaks now.
I want all your hands cut off.
Oh.
So tell us, Grim.
What?
How do you feel?
I hate... I don't know. I actually have started seeing like follow for follow mentality, and I'm just like, this is the dumbest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Like, I can't...
There's a lot of that on Twitter.
I can't... well, Twitter, whatever is Twitter, but like, streaming, like, you want to build like your own community and people that follow, whatever. You want people that actually... You have a viewership and they come back. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like as a variety streamer, I struggle because people don't really show up besides people I know. But also, I haven't been doing it that long. I've been trying to get affiliate longer than I've been affiliate, but...
Right. I think it's harder for variety streamers to get a large number of fans, but the fans they have are more loyal.
Yeah, I think that's true.
And that's kind of like our podcast. If you think about it, we're kind of a variety. We don't have a set topic theme each week, you know, like...
It's like, gaming. What are you talking about?
Yeah, shut up. Like
It's
Destiny 1 is a perfect example of this. So Destiny 1 had podcasts that were Destiny podcasts, right? And there's like 3 or 4 big ones. They had big followings because every week people wanted to hear.
Oh, same with streamers for Destiny.
Yeah, and that's the parallel. So
What happened to all these people?
So some are doing okay. Some of the ones who were variety streamers before they became Destiny streamers are doing better because they're able to kind of seamlessly transition to other games a little bit better. Like love them or hate them, like Gathalion and Professor Broman, those guys, and T-Rex, they were like Borderlands streamers.
But don't they get bored of playing the same game?
Well, that's what I'm talking
day?
about. Like they kind of they had a pretty big following starting with all those, and then when Destiny came out, they became really big with that. And now that Destiny 2 is kind of not done so well, to say lightly, they have kind of been able to pivot to other games a little bit better.
What about Guardsman Bob? Does he still play mostly Hearthstone?
I think so, but he's one of those guys that kind of was like a League variety streamer to start with.
Right.
And has kind of a small but loyal following also.
That's not a small following. I think a lot of people know who he is.
Not terribly small, but he was kind of famous for League for a while, but he never went pro.
Is he over a million?
I don't know. He's on Twitch.
He might be. And that mod's for Diablo fans.
Yeah,
like, he's always Diablo.
1 million followers.
No, he plays
if you didn't get 1 million.
He plays like Path of Exile and some other stuff now too.
Path of Exile is a good game.
Yeah. But and then you see these guys that are really having a hard time that have full-time committed to being a Destiny streamer, and then Destiny 2 comes out and they're not doing well and they're complaining about it. Like the big one right now is Imtash is kind of the forefront of the
yeah,
voice.
he's a big guy.
He's just whatever.
Yeah. So the problem is that they're saying that they invested all this time and effort into Destiny and that it let them down, and then they owe them
nothing.
Yeah, and then they're trying to say it's like the community's fault for abandoning them, and it's these other streamers' fault that came in.
No one else signed contracts to be their followers.
Yeah,
play a different game.
And then there was the other thing that they're trying to blame the streamers that came in that played PC only. Like the ones that came in and poached their viewers and this and that.
Oh yeah. Poaching.
And it's just like...
Well, it sounds like you're blaming everyone but themselves, probably.
Yes, absolutely. And, you have to be able to pivot. Like, one of my favorites is True Vanguard. And he's been playing Fortnite for a while now. And he plays, like, with some of the guys from back in the day in Destiny.
But let me ask you this, then.
Hovey.
Does he play Fortnite because he wants to or because that's the popular game right now?
I mean, it depends.
Probably because it's a popular game. That's just like Professor Broman. He's been around since speedrunning was like started big. So he hops around whatever is like the thing to get him views. He does, and that's all Broman does.
I hate that.
But it's also possible that it is the flavor of the month, and so you want to play that game because that's what everybody's playing. You want to play what your friends are playing. You want to play, and it's popular for a reason. So maybe you do like it. Because
it just seems so not genuine.
Yeah. Well, the battle royale type. I haven't played any of them, but I may check it out. Fortnite's free.
It's fun. It was fun.
I've watched a bunch of it. I mean, Nick, you were the one of all of us that played the Battle Royale stuff because you were playing the culling. That was like the first.
That hurt me bad.
I played the culling with Nick once.
I know. It was fun, but it died like a week after that.
Yeah. Well, and then, because then, like, what was it? H1Z1 had their Battle Royale mode.
Mm-hmm.
And then PUBG came out, and then Fortnite, and it's...
But Fortnite's been actually like adding weapon types and stuff, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I feel like Fortnite's not really rewarding. Like I'll stick with Overwatch because I just feel more rewarded doing that versus, not getting a kill. Like I could hide the whole game in Fortnite and get one kill at the end and win.
Yeah.
Which,
Ooh.
I've done that.
We played Overwatch last night, didn't we?
No, I wasn't there. I wasn't there.
I wasn't there.
It was last night.
It was bad.
That was rough.
Wait, did it get better after I left?
No, we quit.
Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that.
They rage quit. They were streaming and rage quit.
It was so bad.
I've never had a worse set of games right in a row in my life of anything.
It may have been that I was a little tipsy.
Maybe. Oh my god, you guys. I was not home and he called me and he was drunk as hell.
That could have contributed.
Okay, so he played disc golf. And because he was the loser or something, or the winner, he had to drink a Four Loko.
So here's what happened.
Oh god, they taste like cough syrup.
We started a bet a few times ago, and I made it to where whoever wins, actually it was just whoever loses, whoever lost had to buy and drink a malt liquor beverage of some sort during the round as punishment. But then it was like double punishment because then that person already lost and then
had to pay for it
has to pay for it, and then they play shittier because they're just drunk on malt liquor.
Ugh.
And so we changed it to where the loser buys it but the winner has to drink it.
That makes more sense.
Balance it out instead of balance it out. So I won the time before. So Brandon,
but what flavor of Four Loko was it? Because it sounded disgusting.
Brandon bought me a Four Loko Blaze. Which
that's the yellow one, isn't it?
Sounds super
like
edgy.
Orange, red, yellow. Yeah, it looks like fire.
Cinnamon.
It's fire.
Well, there's the blue one and that one, Blaze. They look the same.
Frost and Blaze. Yeah. So, Blaze it tasted like shitty, like Smirnoff Ice wine cooler, like that harsh alcohol flavor.
Yeah, that burns the back of your throat.
Yeah, but a little hint of cinnamon. Which, I don't know if it made it better or worse. But every time I took a drink, I was like, oh, this is the worst thing I've ever done.
But he didn't stop.
You have to finish
Luke, on a side note, next time go for Steel Reserve Watermelon.
Yes.
It tastes like a Jolly Rancher.
That's what Brandon got last time because he lost and drank it himself. And I tasted it. I'm like, this isn't bad.
Yeah.
But the time before
it's hilarious because the Miller rep was like, let's try Steel Reserve. Because you think, why would you try Steel Reserve? Like, who drinks that?
They call it the Alloy series.
Right, yeah. So,
which is what you want in your drink.
So, anyway, like, they poured us samples and everything, and we were all like, wow, this actually tastes really good.
We lost you for a sec.
I said this tastes actually really good.
Oh, yeah. So it is. It's surprising. And that's what Brandon got for himself last
Why
time.
did he get himself the good one and then he got you the
Because
shitty one?
Because that's how the rules are.
Oh.
And then the time before that, though, Chris didn't know, and he got a Four Loko green sour apple Jolly Rancher flavor.
Grody.
And that was awful, too. But this Blaze one, it's 24-ounce can. Big can. And it's 14% alcohol.
It's disgusting. But what the problem is then Luke comes home, drinks another large beer. Then he's like, woohoo! Goes out to the Wild Wings, gets to the bar, eats a bunch of queso, drinks more beer, gets wings to go, calls me on the way home for I don't know why. He was just blabbing about drinking and laughing and being like really loud, and he was singing and like, I'm like, what is happening? And I'm like, I literally at the end of it, I was like, why did you call me? He's like, just to tell you that. I'm like, to tell me what? You didn't say anything. You were just singing.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I'm not drunk. I'm fine. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just going to stream now. I'm fine. God.
And then we played Overwatch.
It did terrible.
I'm kind of glad I wasn't there.
That wasn't the problem. That wasn't the problem.
Luke was the problem.
Where it was just the three of us. Where it was just the three of us, we got hauled into a class of players that we're not used to, I think. Because our third person was very, very good.
Yeah, Mojo is good.
Brojo's good.
Yeah. Like, he was really good, and he hauled us into a whole... Like, we were infants going against, like, MMA fighters. It was...
Yeah, his matchmaking kind of fucked us a little bit.
So it was him doing the matchmaking, and that's
well,
why...
they averaged like your
Yeah.
I was trying to bring us down the best I could.
Well, it just goes to show you if you play the game a lot and you think you're pretty good, and then all of a sudden you have a night like that, you're like, well, okay, no, I suck.
It also doesn't help. We were playing random heroes the entire time, and
random heroes is the best.
I don't know how many times I got Reinhardt and like all these ones that are just not good in that skirmish kind of style. Like if you're not grouped up and pushing as a team,
Luke, you should have been May.
I was at one point,
and then he died.
I did all right. I think my best time was as a soldier, though. I had a pretty good run as soldier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember what we were talking about.
Oh, talking about games, playing games that you like versus games you should play.
So off track. So Grim.
I think we kind of...
As the one actual Twilliot?
As the one twit here.
Jesus. So your opinion is play what you want to play, not what's popular.
Yeah,
okay.
I think so.
I agree with you. Round of applause, everybody.
I'm going to play what's popular.
No, stop, clap, please stop.
I'm going to also round of applause for Nick's game coming out, Crucible Falls. Everybody,
yes.
Thank you. Let's clap for
everybody
everything.
Go pick it up on
It
Steam.
still hasn't came out yet.
Yes,
what are you talking about? Don't sabotage me.
Everybody buy it. We have one more question I'm going to ask you guys, and that's from Cake Wolf. Non-gaming related. Okay.
I don't even really know what this
gaming
means.
Episode.
I had to look it up. So he said mayonnaise or veganaise. So two things.
Veganaise?
Veganaise?
Is it veganaise? Veganaise sounds like some kind of... It sounds like Vaginex, but like in a different brand. Okay.
Well, there's our episode title.
Also that. But what I was thinking was...
Vaginaise.
There's an episode we did like a year ago where we were like, mayo or Miracle Whip? And back then I was like 100% a Miracle Whip fan.
We actually listened to that
And
recently.
then I flip-flopped, and now I'm 100% a mayonnaise fan.
Miracle Whip's
because
disgusting.
you don't really like Miracle Whip. Right.
I remember Nick didn't know what Miracle Whip was.
And so,
It's
Vaginaise. I had to look it up. So, Veganaise is an eggless mayonnaise.
Yegless.
So what replaces the eggs then?
I don't know.
Probably some sort of lecithin powder or something.
Vegetable eggs?
Something not living.
Yeah, something that emulsifies it.
Wait,
It's
vegetables
disgusting.
Yeah. It looks disgusting.
Well, the reason eggs are in, I'm gonna science food you here.
Go
for
ahead.
a second.
I'm gonna pull up the website of this.
And
Veganaise.
it's only egg yolks. Yolks with an L.
It's not with an L.
There's an L in the word yolks.
It's the protein.
Yeah, so you need an emulsifier
It tastes good.
that too. But if you make your own mayonnaise, it's just egg yolks, oil, and seasoning. That's it. And
You would just take a spoonful of mayonnaise and eat it.
no, God.
Ooh, disgusting! What is wrong with you?
How are you not fat?
That work out.
Yeah. In that muscle shirt you do.
Oh, I thought it was gonna have like the ingredients on here.
Why is it white then if it's an egg yolk and
Actually,
oil?
if you make it yourself, it's got a little bit of a yellow.
It's yellowy and as
Well, it's because the oil's clear and, when it blends.
So clear and
So why do
yellow
they
makes
tint
white.
what?
Ish.
Clear
What?
and yellow
Why do they
makes white.
tint it white?
I don't think they do. It's just that when it has like preservatives and stuff and
Oh,
when you're making
Hmm.
big batches of it.
okay.
It does come out a little bit white when you make it yourself. I like to put a little bit of like garlic powder and cayenne in it. I haven't made it in a long, long time, but you have to have a blender. Some people will put like a pinch of mustard powder also. Mustard dust, mustard
Mustard.
Pocket sand?
yeah,
Mustard dust.
because
everybody.
it's also an emulsifier.
I keep some of that in my pocket in case I need to
I believe
throw
it
to
is
someone.
I want to say it's
It
less.
burns if it gets in your eyes.
Let you emulsify. Cayenne, just carry some cayenne.
No, mustard.
Oh, no, that's what you need to do is get like a little straw, like a coffee straw, and a little pouch of cayenne.
Fill
if
it.
anybody does anything bad,
Just-
just blow it in their eye.
Oh, that's mean.
Just cayenne.
It's messed up.
Oh, don't do that, kids.
Yeah, don't do that.
Or
So
just
I
keep
don't
a
know, 'cause
syringe of air
I'd
in your
have to
pocket.
I'd have to taste the Vaginnaise. I'm gonna keep calling it that. I'm just gonna have to deal with it.
So apparently mayo for everyone, since nobody's even had this other one.
It's probably got a weird, like a weird twangy like aftertaste to it. I would
You
guess.
probably just
without
have to
the-
get used to it.
But it tastes like granola.
You taste
Yeah.
like granola. I've licked
Probably
your face before.
cauliflower. Liquefied cauliflower is probably what it
I don't
is.
think that's true, Grim.
I'm sorry. Did you just say cauliflower?
Cauliflower.
Koala flower.
Cauliflower.
Cauliflower. That's not
Guys,
friendly.
You can make everything out of cauliflower, don't you know?
Apparently, that's the thing on
I
Pinterest right
tried
now.
I thought it
to
was
make
kale.
a pizza crust
No, they got
out of
over it.
cauliflower one time.
Yeah, that's the thing
Yeah.
now.
I got drunk
Did you
and
not dry
kicked
it
it out
enough?
on the yard.
You should have done. That's what you should have done.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
I was mad.
that's all the questions I have. Do you guys want to talk for a minute about Infinity Wars? Grim hasn't seen it. Obviously,
So
we're not
no.
going to do any spoilers.
I don't
We-
think
Everything
you
you
can
talk
say
about's a
anything
spoiler.
about
I
it.
don't think you can say
It has
anything.
everyone in it done.
Yeah, everybody's in it. There's a lot of action.
Not seen.
I'm not going to say anything.
All right, we're done talking about
There's a lot of good fight scenes. You get
I
to
would
see
hope
everybody,
so.
and that's really cool.
it. Everyone
Good
that's seen it
comedy.
has said go watch it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't even say that. I'll start to say it. A year
man.
ago, Mark Ruffalo gave away the entire ending of the movie.
Did he?
Yep, I watched an interview, and he was looking at Don Cheadle, and Don Cheadle's like, "Man, you can't do that." And he's like, "Oh,
Oh,
God,
wow.
am I in trouble?"
Uh-oh.
I might have to go watch that.
Yeah, we need to find
Yeah, he
That's
seriously
funny.
spoiled it a year ago.
Wow.
it. Was good, but I did not like the ending.
Well, it's 2 parts. Like
Uh,
they said a while back that there's Infinity Wars Part 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I loved
Oh my
it.
So the next one's coming out next April, May.
I don't know. That's
Yeah,
only a
this
year
time
away,
next
so
year.
that's
It's
not
gonna
bad.
it's gonna be May.
It's not going to be like 2
It's gonna
years.
be May.
No, it's
gonna
next
be
year.
May.
Yeah.
And then the other movie that was announced is going to be March next year.
Were there good
That they've been
previews?
filming.
I always like the
no.
previews.
There
No.
wasn't anything. Like there was Solo, which we've already
We're gonna
seen.
go see Deadpool
Cello.
though pretty soon.
Oh yeah, Deadpool 2. There was a longer preview for that than I'd seen before.
Yeah, a little bit. It looks like
Awesome.
a weird little side story that's like not having to do with anything.
That's Deadpool.
It looks almost. It's like his version of Logan.
Deadpool
Yeah.
is a side story.
Oh, actually, that's exactly what it is. Okay, never mind.
It actually
That's
is.
actually what it is.
I
That makes sense.
I like that
That's
guy
funny.
who just responds to an ad in the paper and becomes a part of their team. He's got no powers or anything. He's just a guy in like a regular business shirt. And stuff like
Yeah.
that.
So random.
It looks
We'll go
great.
see that, and then we'll go see the Solo movie, and then what else is there coming out this year?
Something's coming out like in 2 weeks.
That's Deadpool.
Is it?
Yeah.
And then something in like 4 weeks. Is
That's
that Solo?
Yeah.
I know there's a bunch coming out soon. Yeah.
So I really hated the ending anyway. So I would give it up until the end, like a 7.
You can't really say it's the
ending.
end, though.
This is
The end of this one I can say was
Yeah,
I didn't like.
I still think that it was like a 7.5 plus.
Like, your kids are going to come out of this movie screaming and terribly
Will you
upset.
shut up?
Kids don't even watch these movies.
But with the ending included, I would say like a 6. I don't like the way that they left it.
We went early and we're standing at the doors as people were coming out from the viewing.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, why is everyone so sad? Like, there's no one smiling at all.
No,
like,
I was
everyone
real
looked
angry
like
when I
someone
came
had
out.
punched them in the stomach or something like that.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
funny.
I've heard it referred to as the Marvel Universe's Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess that's true. That reminds me. Wow. We were talking about How I Met Your Mother and This Is Us and like other TV shows and stuff. And what did I say about people
I
that
don't
watch
know.
those shows that make you cry every time?
Oh, you're like,
What did I say?
you said you're.
Oh, I said it's like S&M for your heart.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And so was Infinity. So was Infinity Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was awesome though.
Yeah.
Sure.
Awesome.
I agree with the guy. I'll say that. He makes a lot of good
I
points.
do too, Nick.
This
He's
is so
not wrong.
vague. No, he's right.
Yeah.
I
know what
I
you're
have a
talking
better plan than him, but I can't say what it is till later.
Man. It sounds a lot like what my superhero plan, or supervillain plan, should say, not superhero, back in the day was, where I said I was going to invent a death ray that only killed people under a certain IQ level.
Okay, Hitler. The hell?
I
There's
said it was
term
a
for that.
supervillain
It's-
plan.
We talked about this before. It's called eugenics.
Darth
Oh,
Hitler?
God, Jesus Christ.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was pretty surprising when Darth Hitler showed up.
Darth Hitler.
And Yoda was there again. Always Yoda. Every
Burning
Marvel
down
movie.
libraries.
Dang
all
it,
over the
Yoda
place.
always
Yoda.
sounding like he's some kind of weird creature.
What?
He always has those
That was-
yodels.
Yodel.
Nonsense.
Yodel.
Wait, what would you give Infinity Wars out of 8, Luke?
I already said, like 7.5 plus.
What did you say, Nick? And I didn't
8.
hear you either? 8.
8.
You're giving an 8.
I loved it.
Wow, okay.
I really think it was. I think they told you everything they needed to. As to why.
I don't need to watch the movie
I
now.
still don't agree
Shut
with
up,
it. I
Graham.
still don't agree with the way they handled the situation.
Well, we'll kick Grim out and talk about it after we finish.
Yeah, because I gotta
If
say
If you
what my
guys want
plan
to
is.
talk to me, if you guys want to talk to us in detail about the movie without spoilers, just DM me on Twitter and I will go off about it.
Don't do it.
Do it.
Don't do it.
It's because I've tried to tell her. She doesn't believe me or understand.
Bring it.
So also new games came out. God of War.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
I'll go ahead about that.
It's son of...
Boy.
Yeah.
Boy.
I've watched all the
Apparently.
cutscenes on YouTube already. I love it.
I don't
Dad
think
of
he says
boy.
it like that though. I don't think he says like country boy. I think it's more
He
like
does.
boy.
X to boy.
Noise. It's just boy.
Boy.
So I saw something earlier on Reddit that said the Boy Scouts of America are going to remove boy from their naming of like what the Boy Scouts are called.
Why?
They're just gonna call it the Scouts for sexism reasons.
Well, what about
And-
Girl Scouts?
I think that they're either going to join them or call them something else or something.
Well, they could
But
save a lot of
my
money
first
that
thought,
way.
Yeah, my first thought was this whole God of War meme backlash is getting a little out of hand because all the boy memes that have come out
How is that backlash?
because they're getting rid of boy.
Oh.
Boy.
Are they just going to call it the Scouts then? Or?
No, it's
I
just
think
because
I just-
Kratos is an asshole and doesn't love
Oh.
his son.
Kratos.
Kratos.
Cardos.
Oh.
You've not watched all the videos yet, I suspect. If you
No.
say that.
I'm gonna play the game.
I can't spoil anything. I've seen, like, the
No.
whole game.
I'm gonna play it.
Yeah. You've seen
It
the whole
looks
game
good.
and you think he doesn't love his son?
What a twist!
Did you wait, Grim? Did you play it, or you just watched the cutscene?
I've watched streamers play it.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm not going to buy it right now.
I gotcha.
Oh, and then speaking of Mojo earlier, him and I are playing like a hardcore Minecraft.
Oh my
mod.
god, it's so hard. Like, I can't even play it. Like, I love Minecraft, and there's no way I could help you.
Do you like farming in Minecraft?
I know I can't. You can't even farm in there. You can't even do it. It's so hardcore.
It's called SevTech, and it's got like 250 mods in it when I load it, and it's huge.
Does it have the thing that like kills the world?
I don't think so because I didn't make this pack, but somebody else made this one. But it's super cool. We played for a couple hours before on a vacation, and you go in ages, and it has like almost like a quest progression system. It's not like the old quest book. It's actually just like an achievement system. So you have to do something and it unlocks and goes through like a whole path. But you can't craft anything. You can't make crafting tables. You can't make tools. Everything has a progression. So it's more like a co-op, actual like adventure progression Minecraft rather than, a vanilla with mods. Like the actual mod pack takes over the entire systems of the game. So you can't do anything. Like you have to start by getting a piece of wood and making a stump, and you have to craft stuff on a stump. Like
I don't have the patience for that.
It has little slots on it, and you have to put the stuff in there and then hit it with a crafting rock to actually craft something. And like chests aren't even normal chests. They're like little shelves that you can only put like 12 things in. And it's crazy. So I think we're
y'all going to stream it?
I think so. Either he is or I am or both.
You should just both do it and then dual stream it.
Yeah, we'll probably do that.
Twitch it.
Nerds.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if we'll start over or not because we haven't got very far. We're still in the Stone Age.
You should start over and then just do it.
So it's Age of Empires Minecraft Edition?
Apparently. Seems that way. Or like Ark. Seems like a lot like Ark also, to where you start with
Do you
like
poop
nothing.
Everywhere?
No.
With no pants on?
No. That's Rust, wasn't it?
Oh, no, I think
No, that's Ark.
That's possible, yeah. But no, I don't think there's poop.
Okay.
But there's everything else.
0 out
What
of
else
10.
came out?
0 out of 10, no poop.
Do not want. What else came out? Anything else?
Destiny 2 has an expansion coming, but I haven't
What's
played the
it
first
called?
one. Something Warmind?
Yeah, something Warmind.
Something Warmind.
Something.
Stardew got multiplayer. Beta.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm supposed to. Okay, so now I can play.
Wow.
How many people can play at a time, Grim?
I think 4.
Reed said 5.
Which
I
I
think
thought
it's
was
4.
wrong. It's 4
I
or
watched
6.
people
There's no way
streaming
they
it and
would've
it
picked
said
5.
1 out of 4 connecting. And I don't know if they ever connected.
Okay.
My
Come on,
friend's
Reed.
been stuck in their house for 7 real hours straight.
In the bed.
Oh.
So to connect, you have to like rest in bed.
So
They can't get to the bed.
It came out, but they can't play.
Well, it's
is the
beta.
problem.
It's beta. You have to type in a code to get the dang thing to work. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can pick up the
It's
same
actually
thing
not-
17 times in a row sometimes and
Ooh,
stuff
nice.
like that. But they're doing like patches every hour or something like that.
Wow.
I might play it just to check it out.
Man, my buddies used to dupe stuff on Borderlands 2.
duping's fun in games.
How would you do in Borderlands?
It'd be a multiplayer session, and they would just throw the item on the ground and then Alt
You
F4
close the app.
before it auto
You
saves.
cheating son of a bitch. Why didn't you ever show me when we played?
Because we didn't play on
That's
PC.
what I did in Fallout 4. I duped rocket launcher,
that's true.
like the ammo, so I could just blow everything up.
If you're in Fallout 4, you can just console it in if you really want to cheat.
I was on PS4,
Oh, okay.
so
I think
that
they have that
Cheaters.
console on there.
Friggin' cheaters.
I know.
it disables
Man.
stuff on PS4.
Borderlands 2 was the shit. We had so much fun until my character, who was the highest level you can possibly get, Siren, the file got corrupted and it was gone.
Wasn't that on Borderlands 1?
I
Yes,
don't remember. And I think it was 2.
I think it was 1.
I don't think so.
Siren was in 1. I don't think
They're in both.
They're in
There was
both.
Siren in 2.
Yeah, Lilith was in the second one. She had the orb sphere thing that picked
Oh.
people up and grouped them up.
And I was like, I'm not fucking starting over because I'm not going to
The
fucking
first
start
one,
over.
she phase walked.
Just go
That's her.
play the
Actually, I think
prequel.
that is the one then.
Oh no, Lilith was in the first one.
Yeah.
Right?
No, face
My-
walking was the first one.
Maija was in the
Maija.
second one. Maya.
Lilith was the phase walker.
Yeah.
Because she's in the
That's
second
the
one,
one.
but
Yes. Correct.
But not playable, yeah.
Correct.
And no, the
NPC?
pre-sequel was shit, and so
was
you
good.
shouldn't play that. No,
I
it's
need to play it
terrible.
still.
it was
She
only
won't
shit because
play it.
Claptrap. He's a crappy
Claptrap's the only
character.
way you can fucking play it.
Yeah, he's
She
a
didn't
bad
like
character.
The oxygen.
Well, and I almost had a seizure and like vomited.
That sounds like you shouldn't
Fucking
play
way.
video games.
It was awful. The way it looked was terrible.
I don't know. I think you were overcritical of it.
That's a you thing, not the games thing.
Mm-mm.
All right, Snowflake.
Nope. Nope. What else? Anything else we want to talk about?
I don't know. It's hot in here.
Our AC went out today, so yeah, it's a little hot in here.
Again?
Because we're so.
That happened last year, didn't it?
Yeah, it happened at Christmas.
It only
Better
works in the
six
winter.
Why do you need AC
It's
in
about every
Christmas?
6 months.
It's about
Because
every,
it was
It's
85.
Christmas.
it's about every time we get it. Every time we get a summer here. it
Texas is
happens.
stupid.
Yeah.
You should just get out of Texas.
So he showed up, he's like, do you need more Freon again? I'm like, yep. And so he just refills the Freon and then he's out. It's pretty easy to fix at least.
It seems
'Cause,
like
like, the
that's
AC
not the
doesn't
overall
break.
problem.
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
with
there's
the old
probably
ones.
there's probably a leak somewhere.
It's
That's
Nick, they're
fine.
probably running it all the time, so it just runs out.
I don't know what you're
Yeah,
talking
but-
about.
Like, Freon isn't supposed to really escape systems.
right. It's supposed to be a closed system.
Yeah.
Some teenagers somewhere huffing some Freon.
Like,
off of our
if-
goddamn
That's
AC
probably fine.
unit.
If you've ever seen someone, like, a group of people move a fridge and they drop it and you hear it hissing and everyone runs away from the fridge.
That's the
Yeah.
Freon.
Yeah.
Boom.
It's not good.
Don't do that.
Freon's good for huffing.
Kids, don't do that.
No, don't do that.
So,
No.
I
We
guess
have a
we'll wrap
warning.
it.
I
We'll,
saw.
we'll wrap it up here, right?
Yeah.
We don't have
What'd
anything
you
else to
see?
talk about, right?
No, it was. I was just gonna say it was something on Reddit. That was fun. It was just running because of huffing, but it wasn't huffing. It was a guy. It was like a kid. Like a kid wrote a thing like what my daddy does all day or whatever, like what he works, and it was like
Does it have to do with masturbation?
no.
Oh.
It was like my daddy drinks smoke out of a Gatorade bottle all day long.
Oh, that's just sad. That's not funny.
It was sad.
That's depressing. Thanks, Luke.
You need to
Way
get off
ruin
Reddit.
I know.
Ruin the mood,
What else am I
bro.
supposed to do at work all day?
Work, probably.
Oh, Jesus. So, next week, we'll have a special disc golf edition. Throwing D's and B's edition. Did I say it right?
Close, yeah.
That's right, isn't
Yeah.
it? I didn't say it backwards.
No.
So we're gonna have everybody's new best friend, Pseudocidal, aka
Suicidal.
Joey, will be on the show.
Pseudo.
Basically, for you guys that don't know anything about Joey, he's in our Discord, and he is the American version of Nick.
No,
They are
he's not.
so much alike.
They're not alike at
American.
all.
It was amazing.
They're
No,
not
it was
super
amazing.
He's
You
super
don't even know Nick.
His beard is bigger.
His
than
beard's
yours.
bigger. Everybody
it
at
is
the
But
ginger.
you guys
Everybody-
throw plates, so I mean,
everybody on the vacation when we were there thought they were brothers,
Yeah,
just because your beards are like the same color.
in the sunlight.
Yeah.
in the
Both have
sunlight.
random.
In the
So we'll have a
sunlight.
special disc golf edition. So if you guys don't like disc golf, you can skip that one if you want.
You
but-
should definitely skip that.
I'm gonna skip it.
I don't know why everybody doesn't skip every episode.
They do.
Burn.
Ooh, burn.
That's a self burn.
Self burn. Everybody go pick up Crucible Falls on Steam. Go to our website,
Yeah.
drop us some questions, and that's about it. Everybody say goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Yeah, let's spoil
Just
Infinity
double rewrite
Wars.
the boot.